Welcome everybody back to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, and today we are going to be reviewing the video game and Memoir Blue. As always, they give you a brief synopsis, but this game first is available for your Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and of course the Nintendo Switch. And this has been reviewed on my Nintendo Switch Lite, where I got all my clips from. So without further ado, here is a brief synopsis. A song from years ago triggers a flood of memories for champion swimmer Miriam. Embark on an evocative journey through her turbulent childhood and a complicated relationship she shared with her devoted mother. I play a lot of narrative-driven short games like this, and this game is only going to probably take you an hour as well. But these type of games I like because not only it's not really heavy on gameplay, of course. Like, there are elements here. There's some point and click elements of you dragging something like an ice cube, as you see here, or clicking a switch. But for the most part, its main focus is a story. And I've seen a lot of critics' feedback that said that this could have been better if it was a beautiful short film. And I do agree that a short film of this would have been really knocked everything out of the park. But even just playing the game and playing this with my headphones on the Nintendo Switch, I really was immersed with this story. I really love the presentation. I love the way they went back and forth to really give us the character of Miriam and the relationship with her mother. Mild spoilers here. So Miriam and her mother had the mother had a husband or a father, and he was abusive. He was an abusive dad, so they fled him and they moved to the city and they started a new life on their own. So Miriam's mom was a single mom, and you see how Miriam's mom and her responsibilities to take care of Miriam kind of put a wedge because she was basically never around for certain things. She's either always working, she's missing events, and you know that stress really started to take a toll on it. And it really, as they got older, the relationship became a little bit strained. And that's all I'm going to say about a little bit of the story here, because I want you to experience it for yourself. It is very beautifully done. Just to talk a little bit about aesthetically and graphically how the game looks, it looks great on my Nintendo Switch. It looked great on my Nintendo Switch Lite. It probably looks a little bit better on the PS4 and PS5, but it's just in a very beautiful, beautiful way this game's done. A little mix of 3D and 2D, as you can see here, with animation, cutscenes, and that give you the background and characterization of Miriam and what was going on in her life at certain elements of time that shaped the woman that she becomes. And it's a very tear-jerker story. It really is. Like, even I almost choked up at the end because the ending was so beautifully done, very artistically done, no dialogue whatsoever. And I think what really helps this was the fact that we have these 2D animations to illustrate the story and what's going on. But a big help for this game that really knocked it out of the park for me was the music. The music really makes the audience feel what we're supposed to feel, that complements the imagery that we're seeing in this game. And the soundtrack is gorgeous. I loved every minute, every song. Even the songs that Miriam plays is such a key element to what the story is going on. So you really have to pay attention to those lyrics of what the song is saying that really capture the story. It's a very beautiful game. It's a very short game. And for those who really want gameplay, you're not going to get it here. This is an interactive story where you just click a couple of buttons for puzzles. The puzzles are so easy to solve. Children can pick this up. Anyone can pick this up and just really enjoy the beautiful, immersive story with this. And I just have to give it praise. I play a lot of these narrative games, but I will say this one, A Memoir Blue, is probably up there in my top 5 for these short narrative-driven games. And I really did enjoy this one. I can't praise this one enough. It's very cheap, by the way, too. So it's a very fair price. So it's a quick 1-hour game, but I will highly recommend this just because of the narrative, the presentation, as you can see the hair with the animation mixed with the 3D aesthetics. It works very beautifully. In that ending, when I tell you the ending's a tearjerker, it's gonna hit home if anyone's ever had a strained relationship with their parents, and it's definitely something to check out. This is Justin from TacosTheGeeks.com saying, let it ace.